Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason, and today we're back with the one, the only, The Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. Last time we delivered the unicorn horn to Medora, bought ourselves a spaceship. I wish. It's just a normal ship. We bought ourselves a ship, and then I was kind of like a deer caught in headlights going, holy crap, I don't know what to do next. So I had to go ahead and do some research. In addition to my research, I also received some helpful comments, so I want to help that hair man for telling me that my ship is in the same place my horse is. It's in my pocket, so if I hit T, there it is, my ship. I think that was listed before. It was just grayed out, wasn't it? I should have been able to just go, hey, wait a second, the ship was there. But anyways, what are we going to be doing in today's episode? Well, let's see. Let's look at our encumbrance. Our encumbrance is still coming up because the game, I don't know, the first time you load it up, it likes to take its time, or maybe it just locked up. I don't know. It's Daggerfall. Anything is possible. Oh, okay, it just decided it didn't want to show up. There was nothing loading. All right, so encumbrance is 77 out of 150. I don't think we need, we'll say a lot of the stuff we're carrying, but that's all right. What we're going to do in this episode is, first things first, I need to go to the, I'm gonna go ahead and say the Mages Guild. We're gonna go to the Mages Guild and get a lot of the stuff in our wagon identified. Where is the Mages Guild? I'm in Sentinel, right? So things are a little bit different here. The Knights of Iron are up there. The Mages Guild is right over there. So that is what, to the northwest. It's off to the northwest. We're going to go over there and we're going to identify some things, and then we're going to, I don't know, maybe make sure that we're not carrying everything with us. Just, keeping some stuff in the wagon and, just keeping keeping on us what we absolutely need. I think we're going to probably just do away with potions, to be very honest. Potions used to be something that was fantastic. Alexis liked using them, but because they create so much clutter with Daggerfall's UI, honestly, I think for this game we're going to go ahead and skip that little part of the character just for playability reasons. I'd love to be going ahead and just, popping potions like mad, but the UI just makes it totally unruly to be able to use that. So we're going to focus on maybe enchanted items, and then when we get to Morrowind, we'll jump back on the potion drinking train. What time is it? It is, let's see, it's open at 11. What time are we currently at? We're at 9 o'clock. We've got 2 whole hours to wait, so let's go ahead and hit R and then loiter for about 2 hours so that we can go in and get things identified. I think it's the Mages Guild, right? I'm pretty sure it's the Mages Guild that gets things identified. Do I have an identify spell? I probably should have checked on that. No, I remember the chance was really low. So let's go ahead and grab the stuff from our wagon. What are the things that we need to identify? This mark, we don't know what it is, so let's take it. Let's see, this bell, powers unknown, let's take it. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this out. I'll be right back. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've grabbed all of the things that were basically said powers unknown in my from my wagon and put them into my pocket. So now I need to find the person to identify. Man, I have not been in a Mages Guild in a while. I'm like, this feels really weird. I'm trying to find the person who will identify stuff for me. Where might you be, identifying person? Is it you? You see Morchar. I like your name, dude. Talking by spells. I don't think you are the guy who's going to identify stuff for me. What about in this door? Do we have anybody here who can identify? What about you, guy? Buy magic items. Actually, let's take a look at his selection. Can I buy magic items from you? No, I'm still too low of a rank. That's right, because I stopped, we'll say, doing work for the Mages Guild. I'm pretty sure you're just gonna items as well. Yeah, make magic items. So that's actually kind of something, I kind of like, and that's, I know that you can, we'll say, attribute a lot of the things that, were added to the Elder Scrolls. Were done so, starting in Daggerfall. There we go, identify. I do like that I can mass identify things, though. That's kind of nice. So let's go ahead under magic items, and I'll have to select them to see if I know what power effect they have. Daggerfall did have introduced a lot of features. Basically, it is a major step up, we'll say, in depth from Arena. I don't think it maybe as far as we'll say as a game goes, I don't think it's as good as Arena. Arena was very focused. But I'm not talking about, we'll say, depth. There's no disputing that Daggerfall is a much deeper game. And there's a lot more to Daggerfall than there was Arena. And you could go ahead and say that going forward from Daggerfall, features were constantly being stripped out. Like, I don't think I'm actually, yeah, there's no identifying at all in Morrowind. So anytime you pick up something in Morrowind, you know what it is. All right, I think that was everything. So let's go ahead and just make sure there's nothing else. Nope. Identify. It's going to cost us 1,333 gold pieces, which I'm pretty sure we've got. So, dang, we're down to 420 gold pieces. Let's see what these things do. The kite shield of the sealed door. Wizard lock. Yay. I'm going to totally keep that in my wagon. Let's see. Never tiring mark. Cast when you stamina. I will be keeping that one with me. Do I have, let's see, these are 2 crystals, and there is a, I do have room for a mark, and actually half of these things here I could probably do away with because they're not even really enchanted or anything. So, okay. Bell of Venom Antidote, Cure Poison. The blazing icon of fireballs. It lets me shoot fireballs. Far Silence. I'm gonna have some fun with this item. If I'm correct, Far Silence will allow me to silence distant casters, which means I could start off a fight casting Far Silence on them, and then they can't use their crazy shock spells on me when I get closer. Free action. We're gonna definitely want to hang on to that one as well. Short shirt of paralysis. I've got a lot of paralysis items. Another free action item. This is excellent. And absorb spells. Nice. We got a nice little set of items here. Cast when you use lightning. Heal. At this point here, yeah, I don't need potions for like anything. I feel like I can just get by with my my enchanted items. Oh crap! No, I didn't want to wear them. Did it make me wear them? I think it did. If I just hit select. Yep, it's making me put the items on. Okay, or did it put it in my wagon? Okay, I thought that I had to put them back into my inventory, but evidently I don't. All right, just give me a second. I'm gonna re-equip all my crap. Okay, I didn't do too much. I just wanted to make sure I got my Khajiit suit back on, because I like that outfit. I think it works really well underneath armor. So, we've got that. We've gone ahead and we've identified things. And now I just need to, we'll say, leave the Mages Guild and go ahead and drop some stuff in my wagon. Things that I don't need on me. So let's take a look at magic items. I just want a magic item for each effect. So this gives me stamina. This is Cure Poison and Far Silence. I've had one all this time. Oh no, I just equipped it. That's right. That's what was happening, I think. All right, so what's this? Cure Poison. We can go ahead and put this in. Oh, what is this? Okay, yeah, those are items I had already identified, and I determined that I didn't need carrying with me. So, Cure Poison, I'm pretty sure we've already got. Yeah, so let's go ahead and put that. I'm going to do this quickly, off screen, just so that we can, get back to things really quickly. Wizard Lock. Yeah, sorry, I'll be right back. All right, now that we've gone ahead and we have, we'll say, organized our entire inventory, we're sitting at a nice encumbrance of 75 out of 150. Our total gold is only 420, which is quite pitiful, to be very honest. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and feed, and then we're going to go on a grand tour of the Iliac Bay. So let's go ahead and transform into that werewolf, and let's nom some people. Hey, how's it going? You're the closest one. All right, now I need to run away. Maybe I can duck into a building. I'll just duck into this building here. House has nothing of value. That's right, because Daggerfall doesn't let you go into every building you want. That's one of my big disappointments. One of them with Daggerfall is that whole it's like it adds so much, but then takes a step back with only letting you go into certain buildings. But anyways, save the game. We've fed. It is time to go on our grand tour. So let's go ahead and hit T for travel, and let's see what happens if I hit ship right now. You are entering your ship. Where in the world am I? Like, I know that I'm on my ship, but I'm wondering, like, where on the map am I considered right now? If I were to hit, like, W, where am I? Am I still considered in Sentinel? Where am I at? Oh, okay, let's, can I back out? I have to hit exit, okay. I'm at where? It doesn't tell me where. Sentinel? I'm at where? Okay, so I'm basically off the map altogether. I'm somewhere else. All right, let's go ahead and explore our ship a little bit. We've got no crew. We're just like, you know, one-person crew. That's cool. What happens if I jump off? Like, where would I end up if I jumped off? Uh-oh, Jason. If I hit T. Okay. Wait, if I hit T, it says ship. If I hit ship again, what happens? Did I break the game? Oh, it brings me back to my last place. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So it's kind of, it's like a pocket dimension sort of thing. I'm like, I'm gonna open up. Sorry, I'm gonna pull out my temporal ship out of my pocket. And now I'm on the inside of my very empty ship. This is really cool. Is there any crew? I don't think there would be any crew, but can I use this place to store things? That's a really good question. What is this? Okay, that's not you can't interact with that. But this is cool that I have my own ship. This is really cool. I just need to know, are there any containers? Like, can I drop stuff on the ground? If I drop stuff on the ground, will it destroy it? Like, will it be gone? Let's just go ahead and run through here. A lot of big, open, empty rooms. A lot of place to put stuff. If I can't put stuff down, I will be very disappointed. But if I can, then this will operate as expected. All right, so we're all the way down at the bottom of the hold here. Let's, I'm gonna try dropping one item. We're just gonna drop an item and see if it stays on the ground. What's something we don't care if we lose? What about this dagger thing we're holding? Actually, potion, there's a potion. Resist frost might be good. Cure disease might be good. Another resist frost, invisibility. I want to be using these potions though. Like, I bought them. I spent the money on them. I should be able to buy them, right? Parchment. I could drop something like that. Insignificant. Slow falling. I find these are really pitiful potions. Like, I got use out of it once, but ultimately with levitation, I don't see the point. So let's go ahead and drop that. Close. It's on the ground. Sweet. And I come back here, and it's still there. Potion to slow falling. Okay. Now, what I need to do is I can't change teleportation indoors. Okay. So what I want to try now is go back up to the top, basically go back outside, and did it say teleportation or transportation? I think it's a transportation. All right, I'm entering Sentinel. I'm now back in Sentinel. Now we're going to go ahead and hit ship again. So I've re-entered my ship. We have completely left the ship. We've come back. And to you who have played Daggerfall before, you already know the answer to this, but to me, I need to satisfy the curiosity. Yes! Sweet! I can store stuff on my ship! All right, you know what? I'll keep the slow falling potion there for now. Just as a science experiment, I want to see if it ever despawns or anything. I don't think it will. I'm pretty sure this is kind of a confirmation that, hey, we're good. We also have a map of our dungeon, because that's basically what the game considers this, is a dungeon. All right, so now that we have our own ship, I'm also... Now, this is one thing I did know, is that I assume that I can travel to various places without having it to cost me any money. There's nothing really here. Can I travel there? No, there's no points I can fast travel to. What if I wanted to fast travel there? All right, we've been to Daggerfall, we've been to Sentinel, we've been over here Dragontail Mountains. Is there a place we have not really been? What about way up here? Actually, I feel like we did. Didn't we go to Yakalon? It sounds kind of familiar. But we can't get there via ship, right? We'd have to stop at like a port down here, or maybe up here. Northmoor. We'll take a journey. Wait, what's this? Bettany. I don't think we've ever gone to Bettany. We've read a book about Bettany. Why don't we go ahead and, we'll see. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and explore Bettany. And this is what? The Wixley Graveyard. Yeah, that's a place I want to go ahead and travel by ship to. Whoa! Trip cost. If I go cautiously, it costs me nothing. If I go recklessly, I don't think I have that much money. What the heck is up with that? dang. Oh, because I'm stopping at inns. I don't know how this makes any sense. But if I camp out, we're good. So if I recklessly travel by camping out, we're fine. Oh, screw it. Let's just do it. So we're going to travel recklessly, camping out on our ship, and we're going to travel to the Wixley Graveyard. You smell the freshly buried dead. Awesome. All right. We're going to go ahead and just walk on into this random dungeon. I'm just kind of curious about the surroundings. I just want to take a look around. It's kind of similar to the, yeah, we've been to a place like this before. I actually quite enjoyed it. Here lies, Hodge. I can't read that. I'm sorry. Maybe if I back up a bit, it'll look a little clearer. No, it's all right. We just can't. I can't read that. Todd? No. I don't know. Anyways, let's go on into the dungeon. I just want to see if it looks any different on the inside, or if it's going to be just another. I think this looks kind of like the crypt we were in before. We had gone to a random dungeon at one point, and it did look very similar to this. And you know, I'm only sitting here with 420 pieces of gold, so at this point I'm kind of, darn it, kind of beat down the door. And I kind of want to get a little bit more gold because I feel like I'm kind of on the poor side right now. There we go. This blade is about to break, and it looks about the same as every other dungeon. Okay. All right. Well, we will have to continue our journey up. Like I said, maybe go to Northmoor and explore around a little bit. Yeah, this minor dungeon looks very, well, I guess, as you could, I guess, minor is the best way to put it. 520 gold. I don't know if is it because of my level? I hadn't been going into random dungeons the entire time. I only started doing that, you know, partway through the game, and I'm wondering. Oh, hey guy, how's it going? You're like a barbarian kind of dude? I think so, right? Yeah. All right. Well, archer. Yeah, an archer. That's a very strange arrow and bow you're carrying. Okay. But as I was saying, I never really went into, we'll say, a random dungeon. Okay, that's only 88 gold pieces. Prior to being as powerful as I am. So I'm wondering if, you know, is it just the loot just sort of scaled to my level, or is it just that, you know, some of these dungeons just have, oh, secret door. Some of these dungeons just have better loot than maybe some of the bigger quest dungeons. Because it seems to me like if I want some loot, just some quick loot and stuff, the door opened, but there's no enemy nearby. Is there another secret door that I walk past? Huh. Because as you can see here, these are very small dungeons. These ones are just tiny compared to the larger story dungeons we've been going to. So it makes me wonder if, well, no, actually, no, sorry. It doesn't make me wonder. I'm just saying, I find it's better to come in and loot these places than it is the big ones. One, the enemies are a lot easier. Sure, I'll take that. Why not? If I can find a pawn shop, I can make some money off that. You know, the reward is generally pretty good in these places, and you're in and out very quickly. They're not large. They're not super big, sprawling places. They're, you know, they're fairly small, confined, and you know, like I said, you get in and out. It's a very condensed experience. Is it just me, or does the ceiling look a little bit different than what I'm used to? Wow, there really wasn't a whole lot of enemies in this this dungeon. So, dang, easy money, and we're good. I think we're done. Let's take a look. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I give you whatever the name of the dungeon is, the Wixley Graveyard. We just came in here, killed some. Those are grave robbers. I came here to try to honor the dead, and those guys, I found those guys. They were here and they were doing something, and I was like, no, you've got to go. So they joined the dead. Sure, whatever you have to tell yourself to justify your actions, Jason. All right, let's go ahead and continue traveling. We don't have our ship anymore. I've never heard the wolf howl before. That's different. Whoa, there's a guy right in front of me. In the graveyard. Outside. This like never happens. He's a bad guy though, I gotta stab him. I can tell because I don't know. Monks just died. Oh, now I feel like a total jerk. However, I'm curious though, because now, like, wait a second, I'm encountering enemies outside. Would you shut up? Oh, that's actually, you know, that's not the first time I've encountered enemies. Stop it! I'm running away. I'm in the water. Help! I can't get the stupid sound thing to stop. Okay, we need to fast travel. We need to get out of here. This place is terrifying. Actually, no, we're in Bethany. That's right. Maybe we stop at a town. This sounds really kind of cool, actually. Is that a town? Yeah, it is a town. So there's a town to the north of here. I can't really see anything. You know what? Let's go ahead and I want to manually travel there. If nothing happens, I'll just cut it out. But if something does happen, well then, cool. I love how the rain sound, it basically sounds like water running into, like in a shower. If you listen to it, it sounds very indoors. I don't know if you can actually hear that. Let me see. We'll just turn off the music for a second. Horace, shut up. Well, at least the sound sounds like it was recorded from indoors. Anyways, moving on. You are entering the Crimson something something. Well, that journey was about as uneventful as you could have expected it to be. Like, really, it was a boring trek. And, you know, that's honestly what I expected it to be, but I still wanted to try it. I still was like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I would hear something new, because, you know, I heard the wolf sound. I was like, okay, maybe, you know, my imagination was going. I was like, maybe there'll be something new to sort of see. The beaver and the rascal. All right, let's go to the beaver and rascal. We'll maybe stay the night here. We're doing a little bit of role-playing, I guess, here. The beaver and rascal. Well, maybe we'll talk to some people, too. We haven't done a whole lot of just sort of chit-chat, so, I'll talk to you. All right, can you tell me about, people, things, work? Tell me about any news. Like, yeah, let's just talk. Let's see. Hail to thee. You haven't heard anything interesting lately, have you? Balfira was once an exclusive resort. Now it is the land of the dead. Balfira. That sounds familiar. Where's Balfira? Ah, there we go, see? Now, where is Balfira? I can't. Okay, never mind. Tell me about Balfira. No, it's not even an option. That's one thing I'm looking forward to on in Morrowind is the fact that you can click on any topic. If it shows up in the text, you're like, oh, I'll just click on that and it'll ask about that. So there's really nothing. But Balfira, that sounds really familiar. It sounds cool. I want to go there. I'm like, yeah, Balfira sounds cool. There's like dead things there. Let's see. Anything else? Can't think of anything. Or any, rather. What about you, Guy? Let's go ahead and try. Tell me about any news. Ulne Ulredsen was overthrown. Summoners of Julianos has a new lord. Oh, so I'm guessing the Summoners of Julianos is a faction. Are they on this list here? No, I don't see. Oh, wait, the School of Julianos. Yeah, can you tell me about them? Since I have nothing nice to say. Well, I'm curious now. Guy, come on. I'm not gonna go with full blunt. I'm gonna try to persuade him, but you know, I'm not gonna get aggressive about things. Not that I know of. What about you? Do you know anything about the school that the guy was talking about? Like, maybe I could go check that place out and see what it's all, like, about and stuff? They don't really worship Julianus at his temples, but since he is the god of wisdom, they run the temples more like academies. That's why they call them schools, not temples. Interesting. We learned a little bit of lore here. See, we just stopped and talked to somebody. Wasn't that fun? No? Okay. Guy, I want to spend the night, if that's alright. I'd like to get a room. 1 day, 4 gold pieces, that's fine by me. So I'm going to go ahead and do some quick casting, and then I will sleep in the room, and then we will continue our journey around the Iliac Bay, because from what I understand, the next, we'll say, branch of the quest, of the main quest, it will be delivered to us. So basically, we're waiting on... so we're kind of waiting on the main quest to sort of catch up with us. So I figured, you know, rather than going back and just sort of grinding guild quests again, I would at least, you know, explore a little bit and see if there are any new textures to find, if there are any new little secret things, and just go on a sort of an exploratory adventure until, you know, until we get the next quest that we're going to be on. So let's go ahead and do some quick, some training, some train casting. So 32. And we're gonna basically just cancel and do this little thing. I will be right back after we have rested. Huh, interesting. I think I figured out how to sort of trigger that whole, that sort of level up thing. Basically, if you're in a tavern and you have a room, if you hit rest, go for a while and then hit escape, it teleports you automatically up to your room, which tells me the second you hit, we'll say, you know, rest until healed, or you bring up the dialogue to choose how many hours, it automatically teleports you up to the room at that point. It doesn't teleport you there after it's calculated your rest. I just thought that was a fun little tidbit of information. So we've gone ahead and we've rested for about 3 hours. It is still nighttime. I believe it's what, about 5 in the morning? 6, sorry, quarter after 6. And so we're now well rested. We didn't get any sort of level ups or skill ups. I'm not sure if that method of training is effective anymore. But looks like people are up, out and about, so let's go ahead and wolf them. We'll wolf them, and then we will continue on our little journey. Roar! And then we run away. Like the wolf that we are. I don't know if that made any sense. I don't think it did. Actually, I'm kind of curious about the sky. Can I just wait around for like... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try loitering for like... give me 2 hours. And I'll probably want to turn back into a human at this point too. And I wanted to kind of see, I wanted to take a look around. Yeah, it looks pretty similar to what we've seen. I've seen this exact same sort of background, except it was red and not blue. But I wanted to see that because I want to see, you know, if outside there's any new, we'll say, scenery or things to see. But evidently not. One thing that also kind of bothers me is that, you know, in Arena, there were roads, there was paths that led to each town. There are no roads or paths in this game. It's like they went ahead and they randomly generated all the crap and everything and put the towns down and stuff, but they didn't, you know, just a simple, like maybe a simple path joining certain towns together would have been really immersive, I would think, but these... As it stands, all these towns are just sort of spread out in the open, and you know what? That would be fine if the game had not already established, you know, like in Arena, if the series had not already established that there were paths leading, you know, away from the towns to each of the towns, and I don't know. It's a little bit disappointing because I'm running around this place here and there's nothing. Like maybe I'll go to like a larger town and I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that that's sort of a universal to kind of rule is that there's no paths leading anywhere. So it's like, did the infrastructure in Tamriel just kind of go down the crapper? Because, you know, the previous game, they're like, this is so brutal, it's called the Arena. And now here we are in Daggerfall, and it's like things have gotten worse-ish, but better? I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and try to travel up to Northmoor. We want to stop at a town. I'm thinking Gothcroft sounds like a nice port town. So we'll go ahead and travel there. It's going to take us 5 days. We're going to do so via ship. And let's see what this place, Gothcroft. We've arrived at night, and the background looks exactly the same. I'm not entirely surprised. All right, Jason, you got this. You're going to go ahead and climb the wall next time, because we're going to go ahead and stop things right here. Our little exploration will have to end for now. Now, I do have a bunch of books with me, do I not? Yes, I do. If we look in our wagon, we have a bunch of books that I have not yet read. Let's see, what do we got here? Fool's Ebony, part the 5th. I don't know, is there a part the 1th? You know, give me a second. I'll go ahead and I'll pick a book out and we will read it. Okay, so I actually took a look at Fool's Ebony part, the 5th, and it actually looks like it's laid out like a stage play. So you got enter dude, and then he comes in from here, and these are his lines, and these are the other person's lines. I think that'll be interesting to, actually, I think that might be interesting to do. Let me see. How long is it? It's pretty long. I'm kind of low on time, so we'll do this one another time. But I like that. We will definitely take a look at that one another time. All right, so, but this time here, we're going to go ahead and read the Alakir. And I hope this one's not too long. Okay, it's not too bad. I can get through this. Actually, I think the other one might have been shorter because of the spacing. Anyways, I might never have gone to the Alakir Desert had I not met Welton in a little tavern in Sentinel. Welton is a Redguard poet whose verse I had read, but only in translation. He chooses to write in the old language of the Redguards, not in Tamrielic. I once asked him why. The Tamrielic word is for the divinely rich child of rot. Silky pressed sour milk is cheese, said Welton, a huge smile spreading like a tide over his lamp-black face. The old Redguard word for it is mluo. Tell me, if you were a poet fluent in both languages, which word would you use? I am a child of the cities, and I would tell him tales of the noise and the corruption, wild nights and energy, culture and decadence. He listened with awed appreciation of the city of my birth. White marbled imperial city where all the citizenry are convinced of their importance because of the proximity of the emperor and the lustration of the streets. They say that a beggar on the boulevards of the imperial city is a man living in a palace. Over spiced ale, I regaled Welton with descriptions of the swarming marketplace of Riverhold, of dark brooding Mournhold, of the mold-encrusted villas of Lilmoth, the wonderful dangerous alleys of Hellstrom, the stately avenues of grand old Solitude. For all this he marveled, inquired, and commented. I feel as if I know your home, the Alakir Desert, from your poems, even though I've never been there, I told him. Oh, but you don't. No poem can express the Alakir. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. It may prepare you for a visit far better than the best guidebook can. But if you want to know Tamriel and be a true citizen of the planet, you must go and feel the desert yourself. It took me a little over a year to break off engagements, save money, my greatest challenge, and leave the urban life for the Alakir Desert. I brought several books of Welton's poems as my travel guide. A sacred flame rises above the fire, the ghosts of great men and women without names. Cities long dead rise and fall in the flame. Dioscuri, song of revelation, bursting walls and deathless rock, fiery sand that heals and destroys. These first 6 lines from my friends on the immortality of dust prepared me for my first image of the Alakir Desert. Though they hardly do it justice, my poor pen cannot duplicate the severity, grandeur, ephemera, and permanence of the Alakir. All the principalities and boundaries the nations have placed on the land dissolve under the moving sand of the desert. I could never tell if I was in Antiphilios, I might have actually pronounced that right, or Bergama, and few of the inhabitants could tell me. For them, and so it came to me, we were simply in the Alakir. No, we are part of the Alakir. That is closer to the philosophy of the desert people. I saw the sacred flame of which Welton wrote on my first morning in the desert, a vast, red mist that seemed to come from the deep mystery of Tamriel. Long before the noon sun, the mist had disappeared. Then I saw the cities of Welton. The ruins of the Alakir rise from the sand by one blast of the unbounded wind and are covered by the next. Nothing in the desert lasts, but nothing dies forever. I like that last line. That's cool. Nothing in the desert lasts, but nothing dies forever. At daylight, I hid myself in tents and thought about the central character of the Redguards that would cause them to adopt the savage, eternal land. They are warriors by nature. As a group, there are none better. Nothing for them has worth unless they have struggled for it. No one fought them for the desert, but the Alakir is a great foe. The battle goes on. It is a war without rancor, a holy war, in the sense the phrase should always imply. By night, I could contemplate the land itself in its relative serenity, but the serenity was superficial. The stones themselves burned with a heat and a light that comes not from the sun, nor the moons Joan and Jode. The power of the stones comes from the beat of the heart of Tamriel itself. 2 years I spent in the Alkir. As I write this, I am back in Sentinel. We are at war with the kingdom of Daggerfall for the possession of a grass-covered rock that belongs to the water of the Iliac Bay. What? Okay. All my fellow poets, writers, and artists are despondent for the greed and pride that brought these people into battle. It is a low point, a tragedy. In the words of Old Redguard, an Aegisia, a spiral down. Yet I cannot be sorrowful. In the years I spent in the glories of the Alakir, I have seen the eternal stones that live on while men go dead. I have found my inner eye in the trackless, formless, changeless, and changeable land. Inspiration and hope, like the stones of the desert, are eternal, though men be not. Alright, we are done for today. So, if you like the video, you like the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.